Welcome to Strictlytalk.
Where strictly talk
No, this is good. Keep it going. Keep going.
Can you tell I forgot when you started speaking, I forgot the intro and then panicked. And then was like, I've got it. Where strictly talks about Strictly.
With Poppy and Jordan.
And this is episode 14. And as of right now, the Strictly Pro Tour rehearsals are underway. And before it
Yes.
starts next week, we thought, let's discuss it. So that's what we're
Let's
talking
have
about
a
this week.
chat. Let's have a
We're talking
chat.
about what we want to see, who's on
Yeah.
it,
Oh.
other stuff that may be relevant.
Yep, we'll just see what
Stay
happens.
tuned.
Any way the wind blows, that's where we're going with this episode. Also, first of all, sorry for no episode last week, folks. It's just busy. We're just really busy, and needed a little pause, but we're back.
And I wish
And
I
we got
could
some
say that it
exciting
was
things.
like exciting, like, oh, I've been so busy with, I was working. Like,
Yeah.
I was just at work. I have a real job. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
sometimes they make me do it. And then how
Yeah.
dare they? Just kidding.
Yeah.
Keep me employed.
One day, with enough support, this can be our job. But for now, we go to work. But we do have some exciting episodes coming up. So we'll make it up to you, we swear. And yeah, we're talking about Strictly Tour. But first, we're going to do a this or that Strictly Tour edition. It is, famously, there's quite a few of the pro dancers that film some fun content when they're on these various tours. And so, which one would you want to feature in more? Which one are you going to try and get your face in more? Do you want to be in Alexis's tour vlog? Do you want to be in Vito's tour vlog? And note for the audience, I was going to say name game, but I knew there was literally no contest. It was going to be name game. So we're going with those two.
Look, I love a name game. It's the best fun ever.
We love.
Like, I got to use my skills. Let's think. So, on live tour, I was very briefly in a Vito vlog because Ellie did a bit of filming while we were at one of the hotels and we were all waving. So, I was in a Vito vlog for like 1 second, which obviously counts as I'm clearly a star of his vlog. So, I'm like, do I want to either like increase my how much I'm in Vito's vlog, or do I want to step into Alexis's? I feel like in terms of like, I've now just invented a whole scenario in my head. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm like, well, would I rather hang out with Vito or hang out with Alexis? And I'm like, well, if I'm with Alexis, I could go out with the girlies. And I'm like, I want to go out with the girlies. So therefore, I've ended up in Alexis's vlog while hanging out with the girlies. But hanging out with the girlies was not part of the actual question. I just added that personally.
So Poppy's final answer is she's going on a night out with Alexis.
Yeah.
Option C.
Yeah, option C. I've actually somehow invited all the girlies to the bar, and now we're there, and Alexis has filmed it.
Yeah, I think on a sort of similar note, while I think in terms of like vibe, yeah, Alexis vlog, get me on the girls' night out too. Sorry, I want to come along. It sounds fun. However, it has been a main character trait of mine of not so secretly fancying Vito, and just the idea that me and him are in the same video, I think is just funny knowing that. I'm out here with his calendar at home and also appearing in his vlog,
I do have another thought is a lot of Vito's vlog involves eating. Like when I watch a Vito vlog, I get hungry. But if I'm in the vlog, maybe I'm therefore eating that yummy food. So maybe because he always gets truffle fries and they always look good. So I'm like, maybe when I say I want to be in Vito's vlog, what I mean is I want a nice lunch.
Vito, if you're listening, I know a good place to get truffle fries in Edinburgh. So when you come to Edinburgh, hit me up, I'll tell you. But also, you've just added a new layer to the mix, which is I'm allergic to so much food that if I'm in Vito's vlog and made to eat some of his cooking, I'm probably going to be allergic.
That would get good drama.
It would create, and you know what? And I'll do it for the plot.
Yeah, the vlog storyline is George and Scott, an allergic reaction. That's the thumbnail, is you like.
Oh, God. You know what? I'm so excited about the idea of being in a Vito vlog with a food allergy reaction. All right. Well, anyway, great. So it sounds like answer inconclusive from both.
Yeah.
But let us know.
Yeah, what would you do? Everyone else probably has a better answer that's more well prepared and thought out, as opposed to, do you want a girls' night out or some dinner, which wasn't actually the question.
And and honestly, the real answer is both.
Yeah.
Ideally, girls' night out, then truffle fries at the end. That sounds like a good way to end the night.
So can we make that happen?
Can we make
Pro
that
tour
happen?
goal.
Also, pro tour goal. I know a great night out in Edinburgh. Hit me
Oh my
up.
god.
And it's
We
right
need a
by the
new
theatre you're in.
a mini series is just Jordan's Guide to Edinburgh.
Yeah. You know, there
The
was a
Strictly
while, this is
tours.
a complete tangent, but just because you said truffle fries, there was a while where I was going to start a TikTok series ranking all the cheesy chips in Edinburgh, because there was about a year and a half where every day I was walking home from work, because I'd finish work late, the only places open were chip shops, and I'd be like, well,
Mm-hmm.
try new chips and cheese. So I can tell you where is good and bad in Edinburgh for chips and
Oh my
cheese.
god, thrilling.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a
Well,
knowledgeable man.
we could see that as a spin-off. And this tour is a spin-off of Strictly in a way.
Oh no.
The
The
tangents are
transitions are
back. Not
back.
tangent, segment. What are they called? Segway. Got there. So, Strictly Pro Tour is coming back. When you listen to this, it'll be a week. Well, if you're listening to it when we put it out. As we
Yep.
put this out, it's going to be a week until opening night. And it's opening in
Yep.
Stockton. Where is that? No one knows.
No idea.
Anyway, the cast of the tour is Strictly Professionals that I can definitely remember off the top of my head. We
Go
have
on.
Alexis and Julian.
Yeah.
They're easy to remember, they're new. Lauren and Kai. We
Yeah.
have Luba. We have
Yeah.
Vito. We have
Yeah.
Gorka. We
Yeah.
have Yevita.
Yeah. Neil.
Neil and...
Go on.
Oh no, not again. Nancy! It's Nancy! Nancy, I'm locking in Nancy for 100, please. Nancy knew. Nancy Shue, I definitely knew that. Yes. Perfect rendition there of the pros on the tour. Michelle was originally on the tour, but decided to step out of the tour, which, very fair enough. Completely understand. If you're like, I'm not going to give my best, girly pop, don't you worry. I understand. And the pro tour is the pros from Strictly on tour.
On
The
tour.
end of the episode.
Thank you for listening. See you next time.
So it's a theatre tour as opposed to the arena tour. It's not like competitive like the arena tour. It's just performance. There's some speaking bits. The thing is, I'm explaining what it is, but we don't actually know because it's not happened yet. And it didn't happen last year, so there was a year off. And also the previous, I don't know how many, but like at least 2 that I've been to with Jason Gilkison choreographed. This year it's Matt Flint. So I don't know. Has
Totally
Matt Flint got a different take? Don't know. It's not happened yet. And also, the 2 years previous that I'd been to, because obviously I can only talk from my experience, they used dances from Strictly for about like 50 to 70% of the dances were versions from Strictly that were adapted for the theatre. This year, according to Yevita on Live, these are all new dances, which I'm like, this has caused some controversy. Now, we're talking as I'm someone who, as I say, I've been 2 years previously. I went in 2023 and I went in 2024. Jordan, you've never been.
No, I've definitely seen some of the Burn the Floors when it was Strictly Tour was just Burn the Floor. Right, or pretty much. I think I have seen one. I think I have seen one. Maybe 3 years ago, because I remember seeing Vito in one. So that has to have been a live tour.
Yeah.
So I have seen one.
So he's been there somewhere. Was it the one where they wore like neon shorts and had like an 80s finale?
I think so. And there was a bit where they were all sat on a chaise lounge, all
they
of them,
love,
and they were chatting away to each other. They love a prop.
Yeah, they love a chaise lounge. They love a table. They love a chair. They love a little. This is the thing. What props are we going to get this year? What's Matt Flint going to do? Don't know.
I'm quite a fan of tables and chairs.
I
have some at home.
Oh, me too. There's one right there, and I'm sat on a chair.
I'm
ready for Pro Tour.
Get me on that.
And so it's kind of caused a little bit of controversy that this year it seems as though there's not going to be any dances from Strictly on the Pro Tour. Yeah. And I am someone who, when I read this, I'm not going to lie, I am quite dramatic.
No.
And I do feel emotions quite like intensely. It's the ADHD. I feel like, huh. So I read the phrase, what do you mean there's no dances from Strictly on Pro Tour? My stomach dropped. I felt sick. I was like, what's this? I can't do, what do you mean? I don't like change. I don't like, what do you mean? And it's not in a way of like, I think it's going to be bad. I think maybe this may be a miscommunication when people are reacting to this. nobody thinks the tour's going to be bad. Like, it's the
No.
Strictly professionals dancing on the stage.
Yeah.
We know we're getting good stuff, but it's like the expectation versus reality. It's there wasn't a pro tour last year. Finally, it's back, but it's not what we thought it was.
Yeah.
It's like one of the things I personally look forward to is seeing those dances. And there were some dances on Strictly that I was like, I'd love to see this on stage. And
Yeah.
I'm telling me I'm not getting
Really
it.
excited for it. Yeah. Yeah, completely. And I think on top of all the other recent changes being going on, it probably feels a
Mm-hmm.
bit more jarring than it is as well. Because it's just like, here's another
True.
thing they've changed. And here's another thing that we expected A and we're getting B. Because you're right. I think it'll be
Mm-hmm.
fun. And we're really, at the end of the day, just wanting to see these people dance and entertain us. And they will. So it's going to be good. But yeah, we went in thinking it was going to be one thing. And it sounds like it's not going to be.
Mm-hmm.
I think there'll probably still be some dances that we're familiar with. I don't think it's going to be 100% different,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
Because also, like, they can take ones from older years. Like, the tour in 2024 used a pro number from, I think it was 2020. It was the 1,000 Miles one where Karen's in the yellow dress, which was either 2020 or 2021. Can't remember. But, like, that was a few years ago. So I wouldn't be surprised if, like, there were some dances that are in this tour that maybe are, like, deep cuts that they're like, yeah, we've never done this before. And crazy people like me are like, actually, you did this on the 8th of October 2022. Like,
Also, I mean, at this point, unless the song came out this year, they've probably done it at some point on Strictly, right?
true.
So it's like,
Mm-hmm.
no, nothing's new.
Real.
But yeah, should we go through the cast? Um,
Yes.
the fun thing, at least, is there are 10 of them. They all have a
Mm-hmm.
pair. I wonder if they will have almost set pairs throughout, or whether it'll be like mixed up
I've heard that they're
throughout.
mixing it because there's been people being like, oh, I've not really danced with you before, but now we're dancing together on this. So I'm like, oh, that's
Mm,
exciting. I'm excited to see
that is
some
fun.
new combinations. Because I was going to ask you, is there any
Mm.
combos of pros that you would like to see dance together?
Um, for the bit of Redheads Unite, let's get a bit of Neil and Alexis.
Yeah.
Um, a big fan of that.
Mm-hmm.
Who do I? Oh, actually, though, still on Alexis, and sorry to Gorka for referring to you as a short king. He's not that short, but he is compared to a lot of the guys, one of the shorter
He
ones.
is.
He's quite short. Him and Alexis, I think he's a little
Yes.
pocket rocket too, and he could do some really cool tricks with her because
Mm-hmm.
she's got really cool tricks that she did
Yeah.
with George. What can she do with a extremely strong man like Gorka?
Mm-hmm.
Um, that would be really cool. And obviously, Gorka's has danced with them all a little bit, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
He did a couple of the dances. He did a lot of the result show dances, but
Mm-hmm.
um, that would be a cool combo. Yeah, I'll lock in that one for now, and I'll have a wee
Mm-hmm.
think. Have you got any?
Well, I saw a picture from the Strictly Live Tour Instagram of
Mm-hmm.
Vito and Alexis, and I was like, that's exciting. Love that. Because
Mm-hmm.
also, like, my friend group, it's a lot of Alexis girlies, and also we love Vito. So that's exciting. And then I was like, then we're going to get Julian and Lauren as our next combo, because again, the group chat love Julian, the group chat love Lauren. And then I see in the background of Vito's vlog, Julian and Lauren dancing together. I was like,
There we
it's all
go.
happening. Like, this is part of the excitement of Pro Tour, is like you get to see things that like you're not necessarily seen before.
Mm-hmm. What I also really want is Aluba and other female pro dance.
Yeah.
We've had a few sort of over the years, and we're
Mm-hmm.
fuming that we're never going to see it come to a celebrity pro partnership with
Oh.
Luba.
Mm-hmm.
So give us a little bit more
Yeah.
just now.
I would like
I need
to
that.
specifically ask for Luba and Lauren, because they're just besties in real life and they have their little handshake that they do. And I'm like, first of all, just put that on the stage. Done. Off you go.
Let's have
Put that
it,
on the
yeah.
stage. And then second of all, because they have that natural chemistry from being friends, I think it'd be lovely to see them dance together. It is a bit of a bummer that Karen's not on tour, because like I would have loved to have seen another Luba and Karen moment, because they dance so well together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, Karen, come, just get on stage. Come on.
Yeah, do a little dance. Come
Go on.
on. Come on. Yeah, I would like that. Who else? it's funny because there's like obviously there's a lot of pros that aren't in it. So then there's I'm thinking of a
Yeah.
lot of the combos that we're used to, and they're
Hmm.
not going to be in it. Um, Even I want to see in like a passive style, almost dance off, Yuvita versus Alexis.
Yes. Give me
Yeah,
that.
and it's like a dance battle.
Yeah. Oh my God. Call Matt Flint right now, see if he's got any space in the show.
Hey, hey. And then we could do it like I'm just like thinking of like height and mirroring each other.
Yeah, because
And then
they
we
would be
could do
such a
it.
good match.
We could have those two fighting, and we could have like Julian and Kai
Mm.
maybe also fighting because they're like similar. They seem similar.
I do love when you get like a male, like Passowy, Argentine tangoy, anything like passionate, but then you have these
Mm,
strong men doing it. Could I request that?
mm. Could we
And like
request that?
who's a good
We need
like
it.
height match within,
Yeah.
I guess Julian and Kai would be a good height match for something like that.
Yeah. I think they would
Especially because
work.
they're tall, like that could be very powerful.
Yeah. We're going to be sat in the audience like
Yeah.
just staring up
Matt
at them.
Flynn,
Whoa.
we've got some requests.
Come on. So this episode is actually just, we're sending it straight to him, and he's going
Yeah.
to,
Has
the
anyone got
show.
his
We're
email?
actually telling you about the shows. Has anyone got his email?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I'm excited to see the combos, and also it'll be interesting because I think from the one I remember, like there's a lot of banter.
Yeah.
But also there's a fair few that weren't in it before
Hmm.
or that are in this one and stuff. So it's going to be different in that sense. I think, was there singing? Did someone sing in one of them? Maybe not.
Maybe.
I feel
Who
like
knows?
I've seen a
Probably.
Strictly show
Possibly.
where I think someone started singing and I was like, what's happening now? What's going
I
on?
do like it when you get a moment on Pro Tour that is a bit like, what is happening? Like, I
What
like
is
when it
going
goes a
on?
little bit chaotic, which normally
Yeah.
happens. They often have a cowboy number, and I'm hoping that happens again because
Wow.
I've seen this show 2 different years. Both years had cowboy themed numbers. So I'm like, I just assume there's just a wardrobe department for cowboy hats for Pro Tour, and they better be
Yeah.
getting them out again.
It's like, it's like Panto and they do like a tour of the same costumes. They just go around
Yeah.
doing, and it's this, but it's cowboy themed dances. I
Hmm.
just realized we're not going to get the bisexual trading floor dance either, but maybe we'll get something to that vein.
Something else bisexual.
Something, yeah. We'll take something.
Please. We're trying to fill the LGBTQ plus, but with dances on Pro Tour. Please and thank you.
Yeah. There is that too much to ask. I just had the thought as well because I'm thinking about who's in it and the fact that there will be banter talking to the audience. What if there's a name game? What if there's an audience
Don't excite me
participation
like that.
name game?
Don't excite me
What
like
if?
that. Like, I just got like heart palpitations. Please. I would give like hundreds of pounds. I mean, I already am. But like, if there was a name, I feel like I don't
I'd
say
pay
would.
for
I'm like,
this show. Oh wait.
yeah, I would pay to see that. Oh, well. Um, I'm like, would they do it because it's like not copyrighted by Lauren? Because like I've made name games, like please don't copyright me. But like because it's like her thing that she posts on socials, which also I hope she earns money from, by the way. Make sure you're monetized, darling. But like, would she do it on Pro Tour? But also at the same time, please and thank you, please do a name game on top. Please.
Please and
I
thank
don't
you,
know how it would
please.
work. You just pick someone from the audience, me, every time. They're like, we can't do your name again. I'm like, do it anyway. Copy Morris men. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking though, is they'll just be like, right, what's your name? And then they'll just start trying to do it live for a bit, and like you'll have Vito or
Oh no.
Luba just doing terribly because they're so funny with theirs.
And Vito
Um,
just getting too excited and then
Vito
getting it
getting too
wrong.
excited. Yeah, or Julian still not understanding how the game works.
Oh, he tries,
You
I
know,
think.
he does try. Um, I think it could make for some great moments, but it would
Hmm.
make it, they're connecting with the audience. It's unique.
That's
It's a special
true.
show because no one else is called Poppy
Yeah.
Morris, which is at every single show.
They're like, go away.
It's
Get
no
to the
longer
back.
unique. It's always you.
Like, pick my name. I'm ready. I have seen people say that, like, Dancing with the Stars, their tour, is they have
Yeah.
someone come on stage, which I've seen this clip on
Oh,
social media
yeah.
of someone coming on stage. Will there
And
be audience
dancing.
participation in Pro Tour? There hasn't been years previous, but like as I say, we don't know what's
Yeah.
happening this year, so it's possible.
Could
Do it for a
anything could
name game.
happen, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
don't know if I would like that or not, because I'm like, I feel like I'd be nervous. Like I know my mum would
yeah,
be nervous if she was in the audience and was at risk of audience participation. She'd have anxiety through the whole show and like
yeah,
white
I would
knuckles.
struggle if they're like just choosing someone and going, "You're
Mm-hmm.
getting on." I think the average, and I don't know what the American audience would be like for this, but I feel like the average British audience are like, "Whoa, I'm now scared. I'm no
Mm-hmm.
longer comfortable enjoying the show. I'm just thinking about the potential of being brought on stage." Um, and I think that fear comes from the singing kettle. If do you know what the singing
The
kettle
Who?
is?
No.
What? Oh
What's the
God,
singing
I've just said something
kettle?
that's alienated me from all our young audience.
What does
You
this
don't know what the
mean?
singing kettle is?
Is this a
That's
prank? What's the singing
crazy.
kettle?
It's
What does it
not a
mean?
prank.
Is
It's
it
it
Scottish?
was I thought it was British. Maybe it is Scottish. It's a kid show that it was like four adults, we'll call them ABBA, were like singing kid songs. And then every show, like it was a theater show, and every show they would get a bunch of kids on stage and they'd come around and be like,
Mm-hmm.
"You're coming to sing with us." And every time I was like, "No, make me." Um, no one knows what singing kettle is. I really hope someone in the comments knows what singing
I
kettle is,
hope
because
someone knows what the singing kettle is.
I might have had
Were
a
there
fever dream.
kettles? Why were they Why was it
Yeah,
the singing
it was
kettle?
like here's my spout, here's my metal, come and join the singing kettle or something like that. And then they had a
I
move and
think
they
you
did
dreamt this.
it. Oh God. One of the songs is called I've Been
This
Eaten by a Boa Constrictor, and I would cry every time. It was scary. I'm falling down a rabbit
this
hole.
is
Wait,
just
let's bring it
like
back.
a trauma dump of the singing kettle.
Let's bring it back. This is making me laugh. All right. I'm good.
I
I'm
hope they do
here.
exactly that. Link it back. I hope they do the singing kettle and sing that song on Pro Tour. There's a
I meant
dance
this
that goes along with it, so
Yeah, there is a dance that goes along with it. I've been eaten by a boa constrictor. Okay, we're moving on.
well, we said we were going to talk about the pros and then didn't do that. So maybe we should go one by one and start with
Mm-hmm.
Gorka, because Gorka wasn't on the series, really, the
Mm-hmm.
last series of Strictly. But now we get to see him on Pro Tour. I've missed him, but also I keep forgetting he's in the show. Ooh,
Yeah, yeah,
probably
me too.
offensive.
Um, I yeah he. It's going to be interesting seeing him. I think it's like this year Strictly was such a big year, and we were very, very much very invested in it, and so much went on, and Gorka wasn't there. So it's just going to be funny seeing him come back. It's nice that
Mm-hmm.
he is coming back though.
Yeah.
It's clearly, regardless of potential rumors or what's going on with him, there's clearly he's chilling, so that's nice.
Yeah. In my
He's just in it.
mind, part of the reason there's been no confirmation on Gorka is he's the kind of person who, from my experience, likes to like control when people give him attention. So it's like I've been in the audience of shows that he's been in the audience of, and like before the show, he's like, "Woo, yeah, I'll sign things, I'll take pictures." But then in the interval and at the end, he's disappeared because it's like, okay, I've won the attention there, I now don't want it. Or
I've done my
he'll be
bit.
very quick
Yeah.
out of stage door because he's like, I don't want that. So in my mind, he's like, if he is leaving, he wouldn't want to announce it before Pro Tour because it would bring extra attention and like a
That's true.
change
Yeah.
of. And I feel like maybe he's like, I just want to go and do my dancing, and I don't need. I mean, he might be not leaving,
Yeah, that's
and I'm
true.
making that up. He may be leaving, and there may be other reasons it's not been announced yet. There could be
Well,
1,000 things. That's my theory.
yeah. It wouldn't be you making it up. It's been made up if it's made up, and it wasn't
Yeah.
you who did that.
True. I do not work for the Sun. Can confirm.
Yeah, cannot
Thank
confirm.
God.
Wait. Pause. Question: is my microphone still working? Hello. 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 Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a red light appeared, and I don't know why. But if it stops,
That's
just
suspicious.
let me know.
Okay.
But yeah, I think he's a very fun dancer, and I think he's
Mm-hmm.
from his many years on Strictly has had some of the absolute coolest dances. And I
Mm-hmm.
think like when he was with Maisie or Helen, when he was, I mean, okay, it's probably unfair to say dancing to his absolute full potential. I think that discredits how good a dancer he is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But when he's able to give it his all, he's so good. So it's always exciting
Yeah.
to see him in these shows.
I also think he's very good at like flirting, might not be the right word, but like flirting with the audience. And he's very good at like, you see a Gorka show, he is like throwing you one of these, he's doing a little wink. That he's a very like
he's taking his top off every single time.
Well, yes. If I had those abs, I would too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just humble with my abs. I keep them hidden.
Oh, that's so kind of you.
Yeah. If you took a photo of me and Gorka, you wouldn't know who is who. But I
Apart
just
from the
hide
height
it, you know.
difference.
Apart from the height difference.
That's the
That's
only
so
thing.
true. That's so true. I am actually shorter.
Oh.
No, I'm not. Maybe I am. Internet,
I
do I
mean,
give short king or tall king or average height
I
king?
think you give average king.
Wait, that somehow hurts the most. That just feels
Oh
like
no!
there's it's just like is what
I
it
think you give
is.
the perfect height and
That's
it's
it.
incredible.
Thanks, guys.
Saved
Thanks,
it.
everyone. Thanks, Poppy, and everyone else.
You're
Thank
so
you.
welcome.
Anyway, let's move on. Tell you who I'm super excited to see on the
Who?
tour is Nancy. Um,
Love.
I adore Nancy. I love her energy. She's crazy. She's chaos. I'm obsessed with her, but also she's super. They're all brilliant dancers. Like they're all brilliant. We're
Mhm.
gonna say they're super good. They're all brilliant. They are amazing. But obviously, again, speaking of people we didn't get to see that much of in the series, she didn't have a
Yeah.
partner. She didn't really get to shine. She had some really good group musical performer, whatever you know what I'm trying to say. On the result
Yeah.
show, she has some great dances, and I'm very glad we get to see them or something live.
Yeah.
It would be
Well,
nice
we
if it was
had,
them. It's not them.
but we had last Pro Tour. She did this jive that was so quick that I don't know how that's scientifically possible. And it's just like, you know that Nancy's going to bring that energy every single show.
Mm-hmm.
And I just
She
love it.
There's like a level of energy that I think a lot of people can try and build up to on their best day they can have, and
Mm-hmm.
then whatever that is, double it. That's Nancy.
Yeah.
Nancy on a cam day is me at my most energetic.
Yeah. Like when you put her on a stage, you're
It's
getting it.
incredible. It's
Yeah.
incredible. So yeah, very excited for her. Very excited for them all. And
Yeah.
speaking
Well,
of again, you go.
well, I'm probably going to say the same person. It's speaking of somebody who didn't have a partner last series, Luba.
Yeah, there you go. God, we're so good at this. In
We're so good
sync.
at this.
Ba
And
ba
Luba's
ba.
very
Okay.
good at Luba's very, she's good at acting, you know? She
Mm.
sells a performance. So when you put her in something
Mm-hmm.
dramatic, if you put her in a rumba, I know you don't always love a rumba, but I do. But you put her in anything that's like a story or Luba's
Mm-hmm.
going to sell it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
any of those kind of numbers on Pro Tour, I'm like, put Luba in them, please, because you know you're going to get intensity. But also, you give her a microphone. I love the way Luba speaks.
Mm.
There was a quote from last year's Pro Tour. They did this, not last year's. They didn't have one last year. The year before, last Pro Tour, they had this whole section
Mm-hmm.
about Italy. First of all, loved it. Second of all, Luba then it was either before it or after. It was to do with the Italy section. She's like, I'm from Verona, but I still not find my Romeo. And I
Oh,
just
that's
love a
fun.
Luba joke. Give us more Luba jokes in the
She's
script for
great.
Pro Tour, please and thank you.
Please and thank you. And also, she didn't have a partner, but also has rarely had a good partner, regardless. So
Mm-hmm.
again, we don't often get to see her giving it her all because she's
Yeah.
not got someone that she can do that with. And I think because she's like obviously one of our tall pros who's always put with the same sort of people that aren't very
Mm-hmm.
good, people forget how good she is because you just don't get to see it
Real.
that often. I mean, dare I say, even the BBC might have, but um, oh, but yeah, she's got such cool dancing, and
Yeah.
it'll be
And
great.
also, she is of the cast the only confirmed to be leaving
Yeah,
after. This is her last Strictly thing. No, that's actually really
yeah,
sad. I don't want to think about it. That's actually really
it
upsetting.
is quite sad. It is sad. And I'm very glad that she's still doing it. I absolutely
Mm-hmm.
also respect Michelle not doing it. Each decision made for themselves, and I appreciate that. But
Yeah.
I'm glad Luba's decided she wants to
Yeah.
show us all one more time, And
And
not
also,
one
I
more
hope
time
she
because she'll do her own things.
slays it. I hope she
Oh,
goes
she
out and
will.
does the best performances, and then the BBC's like,
Oh,
ooh, oops.
oh. We made a bad mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she will.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and the last person, I think, unless I'm forgetting someone who didn't have a partner, Neil.
Yes. Correct. 10 points.
10. Yes. Did it. I think he's the last person. This is when we'll then go through the rest of the list and be like, oh. But I mean, it's similar to what I just said about Luba. Speaking of people that rarely, like, there's been quite a few years didn't get a partner, and when does get a partner, isn't a great, strong dancer. And especially with Neil, I think on Strictly, on the Saturday night show, he is a personality dancer. You know, he's like he's a bit like Anton, where he's like he's funny, he's a bit silly, he's like an entertaining guy, but it makes you sort of forget that he's also like a world champion dancer.
Yeah, true.
Because he just doesn't give that energy, which is it's like a great thing. He's
well, I was going to say, I really appreciate that he plays into the silly. He's not trying to be like, hey guys, I'm really hot. He's like, guys, I'm funny, and I'm not saying he's not trying to disrespect. Also, he's taken. I'm not trying to step on anyone's toes. Anyway, but rewind. I really appreciate. Let me try again. We keep this in the long thing, but I'm going to redo it to clip it for the clips on the TikTok.
Wow.
I really appreciate that he plays into the silly, like, especially on Pro Tour. He's happy to kind of be a bit awkward and be a bit funny, and it's not just like, I'm going to do a moody passo I've got this microphone, I'm going to make a joke, I'm going to be so fun. I will say that him and Diane as like a presenting duo I love, and the fact that we don't get that this year, like, she's had a baby. I'm not saying, obviously she's on maternity leave,
Diane.
But it is a bit like, I really love when they do their stuff together. But like, Neil is just very good at carrying that humor side of the show. Obviously, he's very good at the dancing as well, and he's very good at serious dancing, and he's very good at it all. But I think one thing he's specifically, for him, good at is that, like, humor. Like, he played Alan in Barbie, not in the actual film, in the dance.
He's in the film. He
played Alan. Like, he gets really to be funny. He's so good. He is Michael Cera.
Perfect. He's really good.
Perfect. Leave it there.
I think he's perfect.
I think he's perfect.
Neil, I think you're perfect. I think he's perfect for a live audience. Sorry, I'm stepping on toes. He's perfect for an audience. He's like built for this sort of thing because he's not shy. He'll happily do the speaking. And I think there will be pros on the show that don't want to be the presenter. They're like, that's not, I'm a dancer, I want to dance. They're used to, being on TV because they're on Strictly. They have to do a bit of talking, but their talking is like question and answer. It's not hosting. And I think he's, regardless of, what people think of that, he's so important to this show because they need someone to do that. And I think he does it very well from the one I saw.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So
another pro that we didn't see that much of last series or recently is Yavita, because of course she was with the lovely Ross King out week 3 and then didn't do the live tour at the start of the year. So it's like, guys, we've been missing out on Yavita. Where is the pocket rocket? Throw her in the air right now. Off you go.
Whoosh. And Crazy Ross King didn't, by the way. Just
Crazy
throw her
didn't
in there.
win.
Crazy didn't win. I'm very excited to see Yavita. I think Yavita was someone who, like, I don't want to say like flew under the radar at first. Who was her first partner?
Well, like, her first year she didn't have one, and then she had Hamza. And then so like that Hamza. First year, where was she?
Exactly. So she was like, oh, okay, here's someone, and fine. And then she won it in her first proper year, and everyone was like, whoa, she's one to watch. She's not really had that much opportunity to shine since. She still does amazing dances and stuff, but again, we saw how good she is.
Yeah. Like, peace and love to Pete Wicks. I feel like every episode I accidentally insult Pete Wicks, but he's just a very good example of a lot of things. But I just think maybe she was doing a different type of dancing with Hamza than she was with Pete, because he was learning at a different rate, and that's fine. I'm really sorry to Pete Wicks. We need to get him on.
Yeah, Pete Wicks, come on the podcast and we'll say it to your face.
I will insult you to your face. I saw an insult, Pete. I swear, you're just a really good example.
Look, you did great, Pete.
You did a great job.
Anyway.
So sorry to Pete Wicks.
So sorry. No, I agree though with what you're saying. It's like it was a different energy, and I think with like the Pete season, they obviously made it really far, but that was sort of a personality thing. I mean, Hamza was both, but there were
Yeah. Oh,
such
miss him.
incredible dances. I miss him. Underrated
Mhm.
winner. Bring him back.
Real. Even
Um,
though I wanted Helen to win, but like that's beside the point. They were my big
I
two, so it was
I
fine.
wanted, yeah, I wanted him to win, so I was happy.
Actually, that's a lie. It was my big four. I loved 2022. I loved everyone in that
Good
series. This
series.
is a lie. I'm like, that's my big two, but also everyone else who was in the final, and also Will Mellor, and also Ellie Taylor. But apart from that,
Yeah, that was a good cast. Judy Love, was that
shake
year?
that thing, miss. I don't know what year that was, but it was the best thing I've ever seen in my life. So that's all that matters.
Obsessed with her. We're tangenting again.
So sorry.
Speaking of Judy Love, here's another pro we love.
Nice, saved it, brought it back.
Brought it back. No one will notice.
No,
I haven't thought of someone to say.
Julian. I'm like someone who's tall with brown hair who danced with Judy.
Well,
Well, he's
actually,
gone. Therefore,
before
Julian.
Julian, let's talk about Kai, because Julian, Lauren, and Alexis is all
Ah,
their first one, and so we'll
oh,
talk about
real.
Kai, and then we'll talk about whoever the other one is that we've forgotten again off the top of our head. And then
We're so good at this. Is it Vito again?
it's Vito again. Vito,
God,
I'm
I'm so
so
sorry.
sorry.
We're like, we'd love to be in your vlog. Is he in this
Who
thing?
is
Like,
that? Who is that man?
never heard of him.
um, Kai.
Mm.
I don't know. You go. I've lost
What can
all
I say
thought in my
about
brain
Kai?
because of just being
You
thrown
said
off.
Kai, and the image I have in my head is him with a headband on in Vito's vlog. And now I can't think of anything else because I'm just thinking of him in that headband, which I'm like, is that was it a purposeful choice or was it a comedy thing? Probably offensive again. I'm really sorry, Kai. I can't wait to see Kai dance. Do you know what I'm excited for with Kai? Is I want him. I don't want him. Sorry, stepping on water.
Pause. Full stop.
Cancelled again.
Sorry, everyone. This is the most chaotic podcast you've ever heard.
It's like last week I was like, not last. Well, last time I was like, I'm so tired, I'm jet lagged, nothing I'm saying makes sense. And then this week I'm like, woo, I'm so tired, but apparently I'm not. Kai, hello. I'm
Hey,
excited
Kai.
for him to prank Vito in Vito's vlogs and give him hopefully more challenges and things to confuse him. But also simultaneously along those lines to play snaps at stage door because we did it in Nottingham and it was so much fun because I did it. I did it, and now I would like to at
Is
every stage
Snaps
door.
the
Snaps is the name
weird?
of the game.
I've never understood this game.
Well, this is why I'm Kai's biggest fan.
Yeah, me and Kai just were not on the same wavelength there. I think speaking of people that was like what we said about Neo, be quite a good like presenter host. I think he would do a
True,
very
yeah.
good job. I think
Oh,
he's also
do you know
someone
what we're
who's
gonna
like,
get?
yeah,
I figured it out. Kai's
go
gonna do
on.
impressions. He's pro
Yeah,
tour. There's gonna be
100%.
he's gonna come on. We've had Anton on live tour, so I'm like maybe they won't do that, but maybe he'll get his Johannes impression out, or
I think
he'll like there'll be something.
he'll do an impression, like various impressions, or yeah, it'll be like, here's some of the pros that couldn't make it to
Yeah,
this, and he'll
and
do
it's
an
Kai.
impression of them, and then also maybe impressions or an attempt at the accent of each city he's in or something.
Oh yeah, I could see
Um,
that.
yeah, we're absolutely gonna get that. And again, just he's like a personality
Mm-hmm.
first sort of guy on the
Yeah,
show, where he's very much built for this sort of live theater of it.
yeah.
So I think it'd be great. And then we'll talk about Vito, our favorite.
Because we definitely didn't forget.
But the thing
Emily is going to
is,
cancel me. I'm going to get dropped by my PR.
I literally have my Vito calendar just there, and
You're going to have
he's
to turn him
looking at me.
around.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But yeah,
Veto.
love the guy.
Mm-hmm. Full stop. Done. Next.
Done. Next. My question for Vito is,
Oh.
what was him and Ellie, what were they supposed to do in their show dance that they messed up? I've
Yeah.
always wanted to know. He lifts her and she stood on his
Yeah.
shoulder, and then she sort of stumbled, and I just want to know what the trick was. So Vito, if I see you, I will be asking.
I want to know everything. I don't know.
That's really good. This is good.
Thank you.
Poppy would like to know everything, Vito. If you could just let her know.
Just everything.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think Vito, he's very funny and silly, and for those people who saw Red Hot and Ready, he's very good at like doing a silly little jokey script, but he's the one who's like Diane was the one kind of doing the comedy and he just was accidentally funny.
Yeah, which makes
Like he's
sense.
very good at that, of just like being Vito. Surprise, surprise. They also always love to introduce Vito by being like, he's the hungriest Italian around. And I hope they keep that. In the cowboy number.
Before yeehaw.
I'm like,
yeah.
As we're talking, I'm really thinking to myself, which of these should I clip for socials? It's definitely not the Vito one.
Well, not if he's seeing them.
They'll be like,
No.
why didn't you talk about me? We're like, oh.
I'll give you something to clip. We can't Vito. We're so excited to see Vito on the live tour. I think he's going to be amazing. He's such an entertaining, fun guy, and I think he's just wonderful and gorgeous.
Perfect. Put that.
You can clip
That's
that.
the TikTok done.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, and now we'll move on to we'll start with Lauren and then like Alexis and Julian. We don't want to talk about them as a pair, but we'll talk a bit about them as a pair as well because they are our newbies. First of all, justice for Lauren. It's her first pro tour. Jesus, too. And I saw you comment this, being like, "Hey, it's not just Julian and Alexis's first tour; it's Lauren's too."
Yeah, I'm like genuinely nervous. Again, I may be a bit dramatic. I'm genuinely nervous that she's not going to get a moment. Sorry, let me rephrase this to be better for clippable moments. I'm like genuinely nervous that Lauren's not going to get a moment on Pro Tour to herself as it being her first Pro Tour, because they had that clip on social media. It was like, going into our first Pro Tour, Julian and Alexis. Sorry. No. As I said in my comment, it's actually Lauren's first too, which some people took way too seriously. Were like, why are you so... Guys, I used some emojis. I'm clearly like, relax. Like,
I used a heart. Actually, I'm like fun.
Like, I'm going, ooh, or I used a magnifying glass. Do you think I'm using a magnifying glass seriously? No. Anyway, as we were. But it's like, I have been waiting as a Lauren fan for Lauren to do Pro Tour since she joined the show. She said last year while she was touring with Anton on her many TikTok lives, she said, that sounded shady. I didn't mean like she's doing too much. I said I love them. Anyway, she said on live that she wanted to do Pro Tour. She's finally getting to do Pro Tour. And now it's like, if she doesn't get a moment and they're just like, oh my God, it's Julian and Alexis, they're new, I will stand up in I won't. But I will fight Matt
Theater
Flynn.
ushers.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's looking out for me.
If you see Poppy coming, keep the security guard near her.
Yeah, but I'm just like, she deserves a moment, because also the last time we had a Pro Tour, it was Michelle's first Pro Tour, and even though it wasn't her first year, she still had a moment, and they got to introduce her, and it was this great, it was that like Bollywood routine they did with a bit of like Dua Lipa and Justin Bieber in. Great routine, great way to introduce someone, and she got to have that moment. And I'm like, if Lauren doesn't get that, like, not that exact one, would be a bit weird if they were like, Lauren, it's your first tour, you're doing Bollywood. But it's like, it just makes me nervous, because I'm like, Justice, obviously it is also Julian and Alexis's first Pro Tour, very exciting, but let's not forget, because also in one of Vito's vlogs, I feel like she said like, oh, it's, because he was like, oh, it's our first one together, and she was like, it's my first one, and I'm like, if they don't know that as the cast, guys, I'm so stressed. It's actually like deeply serious to me, like it shouldn't be, but also at the same time I'm like, I've waited years for this, and if I don't get, but also I've literally waited like 5 years for her to be on Pro Tour, because like I found out who she was in 2021 and now we're in 2026, and it's like she's finally doing it, and I'm like,
guys,
give her a moment, give her a spotlight.
It just is
like, she should have like a big moment, getting to introduce herself, getting a dance that she's leading, and maybe she will, and it will all be fine, and I can relax, and like,
I think she really will
manifest. Please.
I think as well that like, there's time. There's enough time. It's like a 2-hour and a bit show.
Yeah.
Ish. I think.
I don't know. It's not happened yet. It could be any length. 6 hours.
Hell yeah. That's worth it. Get them to dance for 6 hours.
Just the matinee runs into the evening show. They're like, how's this working? I'm like, I don't know.
I don't know, but we're here for it.
But basically, like, we want to see Lauren. You know,
Full stop. We want to see Lauren. We want to see Lauren.
like she's been shackled to the Strictly Theatre Company. Can't put that on, but like she has. They finally gave her a microphone after 3 years. The amount of tour she did where she wasn't allowed to speak. Finally, she can speak.
And this is why we're getting name game segment. I'm so sure of it.
Yes. Imagine,
so
no,
sure
because the problem is she would come out and be like, oh, we love name game. That's not her voice. And then I would scream and everyone would go, like, I wouldn't be able to control it, is the problem. Maybe that's why they're like, we can't give Lauren her own section because Poppy will be a problem and she will scream.
You know, I think as well, it's the type of thing, right? Like we watch Strictly, and if you've seen the live tour, like the Strictly live, or if you've seen the pro tour, or if you've seen any of their shows, you've seen them dance live. We've never seen the name game live, and that will be a little bit like, oh my god, I see this on the TV.
Exactly. We're just trying to keep pitching this.
TikTok.
We're going to pitch this throughout until it happens.
Yeah. Hot take. Pro tour should just be name game.
Yes. Yes.
And I'd pay good money.
Yeah, you know when they do like when musicals, like there's issues and they have to do like the concert performance where it's just like they have to sit down. It's that, but instead of they're like, oh no, the music's not worked. They're like, don't worry, we watch Strictlytalk. We've come up with an idea.
And what's your name? And what's your name? And what's your name? That would be fun. All right,
I think it's perfect.
We're excited to see Lauren. I think it's safe to say.
Yeah, she's really good at dancing, guys. She's really good at it, and also she's really good at talking.
Yeah, she's fun.
Guys, it's not parasocial.
It's not. I'm
gonna get cancelled again. Someone on Reddit's gonna go, did you see Poppy in the latest episode of Strictlytalk? She's come off obsessed. All right, God forbid I've been waiting like 5 years to see her on Pro Tour.
There's I think there's power in the fact that someone's willing to say something, you know?
That's actually quite emotional.
Right. And speaking of saying something, let's say something about Alexis and Julian.
Yes. I hope he has a man bun. I like when he has his hair half up, half down. Not the point, but the first thing I thought of.
Yeah, it's giving Witcher. The Witcher. Okay,
it means nothing to me. I'm sorry.
Right. He's one of the characters in the singing kettle. Anyway, yeah, I'm just excited to see them both. I think they were both hired because of obviously their dancing ability, but with the direction Strictly was going, because they're such big personalities, they're very charismatic, very entertaining, as they kind of all are because they're on TV. But like these two are chaotic, they are funny, and it'll just be quite interesting to see. But I also can imagine they'll be quite nervous.
Oh,
maybe, I don't know.
Hope everyone's all right. Now I'm nervous. I'm like, guys, don't be nervous. I'll be there. They're like, that's why we're nervous.
They're like, we're terrified because Poppy's going to say something on TikTok. She's going to start
like, guys,
get out on her soapbox.
Be so good. Yeah. They're going to be like, guys, one thing we have to do at stage door is steal Poppy's soapbox. And it's like, Vito, it's not real.
It's not actually a soapbox. He's like, what? But where is
your soap? Why
have you
got a box of soap?
Yeah, I'm very excited to see both of them. I mentioned it at the start. Alexis has such cool lifts, and also when she's not restricted to very well, she might still be, but very they're not that strict, but sort of strict rules on Strictly as to what you're allowed to do in each dance. Like, oh, you can't do a lift in this dance, this, that, and the other. But she was sort of pushing the boundary a lot, and she did a lot of like hybrid dancing. Her choreography was quite hybrid in a very cool way, in quite like a modern feeling way. She's not choreographing the show, but maybe, oh my goodness, sorry, I'm being taken over by excitement here. I think at least maybe in her like entrance dance, or you know, the one where they're like, yeah, she's in the show, we'll see some real cool things.
I hope so, because you know, she does things where she goes inside out and upside down, and I don't know quite what's going on.
No, there's so many times where you could, whatever limb you expect to then first hit the ground, she goes up in the air and you go, well, it's going to be her left leg that touches the ground. And you're like, no, it was her right arm. How? How did she end up facing that way?
Yeah.
How did she fold literally in half backwards?
I still don't understand.
And then similarly, Julian, um, him
King
and Val has
Julian.
some really
Sorry,
Julian had some
Auntie
really good
Julian.
dances. Oh, we've lost her. We've lost her. But
Sorry.
one of my favorite bits about live Strictly Live tour was Julian in the back of everyone else's dances because he
Mhm.
was giving us everything.
Yeah,
Um, and so now that's not going to be in the back of dances. That is going to be front and
yeah,
center. And I'm very excited to see that too.
yeah. He's clearly someone who like thrives in a live environment. Like, obviously, he does really well on
Hmm.
Strictly as well. But like seeing him on live tour and how much he like just came alive, it's like getting to see that
I'm
even
doing it.
closer, really, because like a theatre
Yeah.
environment does feel more intimate. Oh,
Hmm.
but it's going to be like he's just going to be so happy.
Yeah. I
He's going
think
to
it's
be
going
living
to
his
be
best
fun.
life. He's really just going to be giving. I mean, everyone's giving
Yeah.
everything. This isn't like we know, but like I just think
Yeah.
he's a performer that you can see how much energy he picks up from the audience.
Yeah. And also, I think over the year, like the season of Strictly, he did get more and more comfortable. So I hope we
Mm-hmm.
get this like now fully comfortable in this new environment because he did the Australian one, but it's like different people, different environment, you know.
Yeah.
And so he's yeah. Hopefully, he's very excited. I'm sure he is. I'm sure this is a
Imagine
very
he sat at
exciting.
home going, guys,
So
I'm so scared.
could
I don't
just
want to do it.
I might just pass. I might just pass.
Oh, it's like he was here.
He doesn't even sound like that. Is the thing.
No. Well, I was giving you the benefit of the doubt.
Thank you. It was as
You're
good as
so
your Lauren
welcome.
impression earlier. Whatever
How
that means.
dare you?
How dare
Hark the herald
you?
angels sing. How dare you?
How dare
I
you?
find that really offensive, actually.
I
I'll tell
look.
Kai.
I can't even do a good Scottish accent, and I literally have lived there for 28 years. I am
Well,
Scottish.
it does become quite confusing.
You
My
know, I
dad
got
asked me the other
acted.
day, what's he?
Oh,
Well, my dad was like, did an impression of you. And I was like, that's not what Jordan sounds like. Because he just did like a generic Scottish accent. And then he was like, well, what does he sound like? And I was like,
nobody can
I
do
don't
it.
know.
It's hard. Someone in the comments was like actually beefing with me because they were like, "Stop faking your accent. We know you're American." I was like, "I've posted videos for 6 years. You think I can fake it for that long?" Like, whoa.
Also,
Um,
why would you? Why would you go, as an
yeah.
American, you know what? What if
As
I
an
was
American, I
Scottish?
just want to sound a little bit Scottish,
Mm-hmm.
just a touch, just a
Mm-hmm.
smidgen. No, I am Scottish for as far back as the family tree can remember. So anyway, we're
Wow.
we're falling apart here, and I think we've. Is it time for a hot take?
Probably. And I'm gearing up.
Probably.
I'm sitting. Oh my
Uh-oh.
God.
Guys, this one's piping hot.
Yeah. I'm trying to think how to word the actual sentence, though.
Um, it is
Because I
that
know,
deep.
yeah. I mean, I just think if you're not bothered about Strictly Pro Tour changing and not having dances from the show because you've never seen the tour before, maybe the conversation isn't for you.
Hot take.
Because I posted a video about this and I was saying how, as somebody who'd been to the tour before, one of the things I look forward to is dances from Strictly on the stage. And I had comments
Hmm.
from people going, well, I've never been before, so I don't mind. That's not what I'm saying, though, is it? Like, I'm so
Yeah.
happy for you. Like, I'm not actually that mad, but maybe I am, but maybe I'm not, because I get it. Like, everyone's gonna have different opinions. Some people don't care about the dances from the TV and they like the new ones more. Some people think this, some people think that. But like, if your point is, well, I'm in a different situation, so I don't feel the same, well, then it's not really the most relevant comment. And I think, I don't know, I just feel like the whole conversation around the changing of whether there's dancing from the TV show, it just has all become a bit like more controversial than it needed to be
Hmm.
based on comments and things people posted and all this sort of stuff. When like I was just letting people know. I came on TikTok and I'm like, hey guys, this is the situation, this is how I feel. And I don't even know my
Yeah.
point anymore.
I think that there is a definite conversation around when, because it's happened with other things. If someone buys a ticket expecting A and they get B, it doesn't mean B is bad, but does mean
Yeah.
that the people will be a bit like, oh, that was a weird choice. You could have at least given us a heads up before
Yeah.
we bought the ticket, because some people might not go because they're like, I don't need to see those dances again. I want to see new dances. So there's
Real.
like, it's not going to change probably how the show performs unless it's a dramatic change. Like they're not going to dance. It's going to be a musical and they all just sing. You know, people are going to be like, well, I don't know about that,
Yeah.
but some of them can sing, to be fair. But I think,
Exactly.
and this again, anyone that's like, oh, I don't mind because I haven't seen it before, that's good. Like, good, that's great. It's good that you're excited for the show. I don't think there's any issue around there. The issue comes from the people that decided to change the show without telling people before they bought the tickets, especially
Yeah.
because front row seats in this show are like £100. It's like, if not more, if not less. I don't
Also,
know.
I don't know. I also saw people saying, well, it doesn't say that it's dancers from the show, so why do you think it was? Like, well, because that's what they've done before. Like, I'm not crazy. Like, some comments make me feel crazy, but I'm like, no, if I've seen a show 2 different years and they've been a
Mm-hmm.
similar structure, and I buy tickets for a third year and it's now a different structure, I'm allowed to be confused and disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that's
Yeah.
not a crazy concept. I'm not crazy for that.
No. And I think it is,
Or am I?
well, in a way, because it is nowadays we have so many of the pros doing their own tours, which are different dances. It's the
Yeah.
people you love, but doing completely different things. So the familiarity, yeah, I said that right, of seeing the nostalgia of the dances from last year or whatever. But also I think it goes a bit back to what I said at the start, which is this probably wouldn't feel even slightly as big a deal if there hadn't been 100 changes made to Strictly recently.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh God. And it does feel a little bit like it's not fan first. These
Yeah.
decisions aren't for the fans when it's a show that is built around its fans.
And like,
So
I
it's a
haven't
little
seen
weird.
anyone go, oh, I wish they wouldn't do dances from the show. Like, if it was something that there had been a discussion and you see like frequent comments of, oh, I'd love to go to Pro Tour, but I'm not bothered about the dances from the show. And then they
Mm.
changed it for that reason. It'd be like, oh, okay. I've seen zero conversations of people
No, I
even
don't think anyone
considering
cares.
that.
That's, yeah, I
Like, the
think
only
everyone's happy.
conversations I've been a part of are people going, oh, I really want to see this, or I want to see that, or, and now we
Yeah.
can't. And it makes me sad.
Yeah, fair enough, and rightfully
Which
so.
it still will be great. I'm sure the show
Yeah,
will
it
be
still would be
brilliant.
great.
Like,
And I'll say I'm probably like, I really am neutral on the thing as a whole. I am annoyed as someone who's like, oh, okay, you could have told us before.
mhm.
I think that's my only real issue with it, because I'm excited to see them dance, and it is what it is. But um, yeah, I completely understand
Mhm.
there's
And
a
also,
huge
like,
aspect. Oh, yeah, go.
well, part of the fun is like kind of guessing what we're gonna see, and
Yeah, what
like,
we're gonna
oh
get to
my
see.
god, like, yeah, you get to see it on that when you see it. Well,
Yeah,
good sentence. But like
that
the
was
first
really
time you
good.
see the show, you're like, oh my god, this is from this time, this is from this time, and some of
Hmm.
them are like last time we had Gorka and Yavita did Gorka and Helen's jive. I wouldn't have expected that, but it was such a
Yeah,
fun surprise seeing this thing you didn't expect to see. And so we kind of lose that. And also, I personally like to like method dress sometimes and dress like the dancers in the show, which is a lot more fun when you have a reference point from the TV than just, oh yeah, they wear red in this number, so I'm wearing red. Like, it's
I'll
more
be
exciting to
dressing.
be like, I'm dressing as the bisexual trading floor tango.
I'll be dressing as Gorka.
Oh my god, no shirt.
Look forward to it.
Hope
Look
it's
forward
warm.
to it. I hope it's warm that day. Yeah, I think the last thing on it that I've thought is and this is more about anyone that's like fully sort of arguing or whatever, is the people that go and see tours are the biggest Strictly fans in the UK. Like, if you're a casual watcher and you don't really care and you're not going to see the tour, that's fine. But like, it's, yeah, step back then. That's okay. Let the people that
Yeah.
really care about the show care about it.
Hmm.
And caring comes with the ups and downs of caring. The world would be
Wow. Put that
easier if
on a
most of us
shirt.
just didn't care, but people care because it's a human thing. Put that on a shirt and I'll wear it, and then when I'm Gorka, I will take it off.
Exactly.
And that's the hot take. Should I dress as Gorka?
Yeah. This or that. Go as Gorka or don't.
Yeah, don't answer that one in the comments, folks, unless it's kind. If you're mean, I'll cry. So don't.
No,
I
because
won't cry.
caring is a human emotion.
Caring is a human emotion, and to be fair, I probably dressed a bit like Gorka in a fair few TikToks over the years. So some of those Just Dance videos have some questionable outfits. So it's what it
We
is.
love it.
Anyway, we should. We've
Why did I?
as per. We went, we'll see how long, we'll see what we have to say.
Oh,
As you can tell, this was really well organized and we're really good at this.
yeah.
But again, sorry for last week, folks. Hopefully we won't have weeks off, but also look, when it happens, it happens. Poppy had been away and then she came back for work.
Yeah.
I was ill. I'm pretty sure I had Miss Rona. And there was just a lot going on. We were busy bees.
Oh my god! And you were born. Happy late birthday! Everyone say happy
Oh
birthday to
yeah,
Jordan in
it
the
was my
comments.
birthday.
He was
It
born.
was my birthday. I did it. Born again, born again. Ooh, there's a reference.
Yes.
Yes. Guess how old I just turned?
14.
Thank you.
You're like, wait, that's kind of inappropriate. Why are you talking to a 14-year-old on the internet?
Poppy, there's going to be new allegations.
Oh
Okay.
no.
And thank you so much for listening to Strictly Talk podcast. You can follow us on YouTube and Spotify, and you can follow me, not 14-year-old, but in fact much older than that, Jordan Cant, on YouTube, Instagram, and of course TikTok at Cantapillar.
And you can follow me, Poppy, on TikTok at strictlypoppy and on Instagram at poppy.morrison_. And also follow the podcast on TikTok at strictlytalk podcast. I actually don't remember. Is it pod or podcast? I can't remember if there's a cast.
I think it's just strict. I don't know.
Good luck. Find
good
it.
luck.
I believe in you.
If you can't find it, go on my account and in my bio, it's there. Also, question for the audience. Obviously, along with answering our hot takes and our this or that and your opinions, we potentially not long after this airs might be in the same city for briefly. And if you have anything more so for the TikTok side of it that you would want us to film, let us know. And we'll try. No promises, but we'll, if we can, we will. Dare I say it might be to see this show.
Can't confirm or deny.
Can't confirm or deny. We could confirm. We're both going to see the show.
No. Oh, well, yes, we are. Surprise!
Or
we're
the show. Not.
Schrodinger's Pro Tour.
Schrodinger's Pro Tour. Next week, we're going to talk about something, so stay tuned and find out.
Yes. Your guess is as good as mine.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Look at that. Oh, I've cut that finger. Let's look at this hand.
Oh.
Wow, they're nice. Okay, bye.
They're really nice.